I'd like to take you deep inside the largest and most successful company in the history of affiliate marketing. One that's done over $70 million in sales, generated 160,000 paid customers, and created more millionaires and six-figure earners in less time than anything in history. And listen, this is the real story, the true story that only I can tell you because I'm one of the guys that made it happen. But warning, what I'm actually about to tell you will shock you, and this story takes a lot of wild turns, it gets hairy, even downright ugly at times, but the truth is that this is the facts about making a lot of money online because we've done it. And I'd like to show you how you can do it too. But again, be warned. You'll probably be shocked just like everybody else was when they found out how we really did it. It all started back in 2011. We invited a small group of people to a hotel room out in Orlando, Florida, to show them something that they had never seen before and quite frankly had never been done before. It was an idea that we knew that had the potential to make millions of dollars online quickly. And when they saw it, they agreed. They locked arms with us. And when we launched this little internet idea back in 2011, we had a broken website. We had no employees. We had a programmer in Norway who worked out of his garage. We had absolutely no affiliates and a clunky blog platform that broke literally every 2 seconds. From that disaster, literally waiting to happen, and from that room of 50 people, we generated 8,905 customers. 3 of those today, out of those 50 people, are now members of our Millionaires Club. Several of those 50 have created multiple six-figure incomes, and dozens of those people have made 5 figures in new, fresh money into their bank account. Some of them now even doing 5 figures a month. Over 2 years later, from those 50 people, over 160,000 paid customers, over $70 million in sales, event rooms of over 5,000 inspired and excited people all over the country, and more success stories from more people than literally anything that I've ever seen in the history of online marketing to my knowledge. How did we do all that, though? Well, it's simple. It wasn't any fancy gadgets or slick one-click software systems, and it wasn't luck. It had nothing to do with any of our previous education or backgrounds because, quite frankly, I'm a 9th grade dropout. It had to do with 2 simple yet often overlooked things that I'm going to teach you about in this video. But before I teach you that, I'd like to really first congratulate you on one of the smartest decisions that you've ever made for your business. Napoleon Hill said, "I know that I have the ability to be able to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards this attainment, and here and now, I promise to render such action." And essentially, what that means in layman's terms is action is the common trait amongst all successful people. Right now, I want to give you an opportunity to take action on something that's literally going to help you literally dissect and direct exactly what you need to do to start getting results inside of your business. You are an action taker, and it's people like you who will succeed in life. So again, congratulations for that. Just a couple of years ago, as I was a construction worker, swinging a hammer in the hot Florida sun, I would get up early every morning to go back to work, to come home with just enough time to sit down and have dinner with my family. Then I would spend hours, and I mean hours, sitting in front of my computer every night, literally searching for answers. You see, I knew exactly that I wanted to have a life that would allow me to focus on spending time with the people that matter most to me. And to get that life, I knew that I needed a successful business that would get me out of the grind of working for the man every day, or, the woman. I was tired of someone else telling me what to do, what I was worth, but no matter how much time I spent clicking on buttons and trying to find the right answers, I just wasn't getting anywhere. I wanted to control my time, my income, and my life. Through all of the clicking around all over the internet, I stumbled upon a man who was creating significant results with his business and was living the lifestyle that I wanted. So one night what I did was I actually took a leap of faith, and I reached out to this guy in an email, and he actually responded back. And at that moment, I knew that I had 2 choices. I could either act like I knew it all, or I could just be honest and admit that I didn't know it all. I threw my ego aside, and I said I need help, right? And what he did was offered me a personalized coaching session. Back then, that meant literally a 15-minute phone call where he would coach and mentor and instruct me on exactly what I needed to do in my business to start getting momentum, to start creating results, and start generating traffic and leads and start converting those leads into sales, which at the end of the day obviously means money in my bank account, which was what I really needed. Now, thanks to these 15 minutes today, I've made millions of dollars online. I've generated millions of leads, become one of the most influential marketers, trainers, and coaches in the entire online marketing profession. You see, my friend, one of the biggest secrets to my success has been my openness to accepting mentorship and coaching from people who have been where I want to go. Sometimes it's hard to admit that you need help, especially when you're out there ready to light the world on fire with your ideas. But my greatest realization happened when I was told that I didn't need to reinvent the wheel, and I actually understood what that meant. The way that I've been able to grow my business rapidly and at the level of the success that I've had is through coaching. It's through mentorship. It's through getting the right direction and the right instruction, and most of all, the right information from the right people who have achieved everything that I want at the right time. If I had not reached out for help, I'm sure I'd still be clicking around on the internet, searching for answers, instead of living the life of my dreams, traveling the world. The most powerful action that you can take right now is to get what you want. To get what you want is to get mentored and take massive action. That is the secret. That is what everybody's looking for, yet everyone is overlooking it. However, there's a group of people out there who have figured this out, but they still, for some reason, aren't seeing the big money. And the question is why? And it's really simple. Because most people, they're taking misdirected action. And here's exactly what I mean. For the first several months of me building my business online, I was broke, right? I almost literally quit. But I was taking lots and lots of action. Again, every night until 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, I was up, I was hunched over my computer, I was taking massive action. And then one day, like I said a few minutes ago, I got the call back from the guy who gave me 15 measly minutes of his time, and it changed everything. All of a sudden, things just started happening, right? Money started flowing. And by following his direction, I had my first 5-figure month. The same thing happened, my friend, when we put those 15 people in that stinky room back in Orlando in 2011. Most of these people had never had any mentoring before, never any coaching before, had never made any real money online. And we gave them a formula. And instead of just telling them, hey, go take action, we gave them what I call a clear and an on-purpose action plan. Again, let me say that again, a clear and an on-purpose action plan, and we coach them on how to implement it. The result of that? Well, from those 50 people, like I said earlier, 3 of those 50 people are now members of our Millionaires Club, which means they've obviously earned more than $1 million. Several of those 50 people have created multiple 6-figure incomes, and dozens have made more than 5 figures in new, fresh money into their bank account. Again, some of them doing more than 5 figures a month. And over the last 23 months, and I want you to get this, I want you to understand this, we've helped people earn over $70 million in sales. We've generated over 160,000 paid customers into our business. In 2 weeks, guys, in 2 weeks, my partner Dave Wood and I, along with the highest paid and the most successful marketers that we know, are going to host a private live online coaching series that will give you a clear and on-purpose action plan, just like we gave those 50 people in that room to build your business the right way the first time, and to get the lifestyle and the income that you really want, and truthfully, that you deserve. We're going to be sharing our top money-making strategies, the right things to do that make us money literally every single time that we do them, and what to avoid that could potentially cost you years of wasted time and tens of thousands of dollars. This will literally be the most powerful online training that we've ever done, because we'll break down the real secrets, the gold nuggets that will propel you further and faster than you could really honestly get on your own. And I just know that from my own personal experience. Just like what those 15 minutes did for my business and my life, this 4-part live coaching series will literally save you years of frustration and anxiety and make you millions of dollars online when and if you implement this information. In this clear and on-purpose action plan money-getting series, We're going to show you exactly which steps to take in the first 30 days. We're going to show you literally step by step exactly what to do, from generating traffic to generating leads, and then showing you how to get the sale, which is obviously the most important thing. We're also going to show you and share with you really high-level influence strategies and communication patterns that you can use whether you're on camera speaking like I am right now, or speaking on the phone, or with someone face-to-face. These secrets will allow you to influence people and persuade them to do things that you want them to do, to buy from you, to join you, to become your customers, and to attract them and keep these people around for years to come because of how they feel when they're around you. Plain and simply, my friend, we're going to give you a clear and on-purpose action plan to make as much money in your business as you desire. Listen, to be ethical and legal, and I always like to do this, I can't guarantee results, but I can guarantee if you show up, you're going to really take something away that you will not and cannot get anywhere else in the online marketing world or in the offline marketing world. Because literally, and I say this humbly and gratefully, nobody's been able to do what we've done in such a short amount of time as we've done it. This live coaching series is going to be the most powerful online training that we've ever done. And for all of you who are wondering why we're doing this, right? Why are we getting these people together? Why are we going to be spilling and dispelling the things that have literally become our most powerful money-making secrets? It's really simple. Number one, I want to help you become as successful as I possibly can, as fast as possible. And number two, and I've just got to warn you, this is kind of a little bit selfish, but I want to create more success stories with this group of students than I did from that original group of 50 people back in that stinky hotel room in 2011. Right? 3 of those people are now members of our Millionaires Club. Several of those people, of those 50 people, have created multiple 6-figure incomes. And again, like I said, dozens have made more than 5 figures, and most of them, a lot of them, have created 4- and 5-figure a month incomes. However, and here's the cool part, I think that we can do better. So I'd like to test the idea, right? But you have to agree to 2 things, and these are important. Number one, right? In a few days, we're going to be closing down the opportunity to be a part of this small test group. Once the doors close, the opportunity to get in will be gone, right? Because we're going to start the live coaching. And even though there will be a storm of people who email and call asking us for us to reopen, I've actually literally already called and talked to our customer support manager, and I told him, his name's Jose, I said, Jose, do not let anyone else in to this live coaching series once we shut the door. So the first thing that you have to agree on is that this is what you want. This is the results that you want. This is the lifestyle that you want right now, and you're willing to do what it takes to get there, so you have to obviously register right now for the training. Now, number 2, this is a little bit more serious. This is the one that we obviously take the most serious, is that you have to actually agree to 3 important privacy terms, okay? The first one is that you have to agree you won't share this information or footage with anyone for any reason at all. You have to agree to our non-disclosure document by clicking the agree button at the bottom of this page that basically says, and like all fancy legal terminology, that you won't share this footage with anybody for any reason ever. And lastly, that you'll honor your privacy agreement with us to keep this footage locked away and safe from anyone who's not agreed to our terms of privacy, even if you decide to cut ties with us at a later date. Lastly, and I just want to throw this one in there because this is important too, that you're not going to use this information for anything unethical or illegal or anything like that. My friend, this information is powerful, right? This information is the stuff that really influences the masses. This information is the stuff that some of the most powerful and influential people in the world have used. And my friend, the last thing that I want you to really agree to is that you're going to use this information for good. You're going to use it to help people and to lift people up. And if you can agree to that, you can have access to this training. If not, please just leave this page immediately. See, we take our trade secrets very seriously. They've generated, and understand this, more than $70 million in revenue in the last 23 months alone. And just like most business owners and entrepreneurs, we will literally go to unusual lengths to protect them. In other words, seriously, if you share this footage with anyone, your lawyers will need lawyers to protect against our savage wrath. Seriously, but it shouldn't get that serious, and I don't expect to have any weird issues because of the nature of this information. I can't really go over exactly what we're going to teach in this live coaching series. However, I will promise you this. You will be smarter, you will be more influential, you will be a better marketer, and you will have the ability to make income on demand once you go through this live coaching series. You'll have, most importantly, and this is what I got that I didn't have for years, and also what we gave those 50 people in that room, a clear and an on-purpose action plan to get the results that you really want and that you deserve in your business. But the choice is yours, my friend. I'm not going to twist your arm on this one. I'm just simply going to say, if you want to see what really happened behind closed doors that produce the highest sales numbers for the most people in the shortest amount of time of anything in the history of our industry, then this training is for you. And if you want to hear and you want to see with your own eyes information that's responsible for over $70 million in revenue earned, created, generated in 23 months, my friend, this training is for you. This is literally and easily worth $9,997, probably more. This is literally secret tactics, strategies, uncut methods, jam-packed. They're ready for you and going to be ready for you to implement inside of your business immediately the second you learn them. Imagine how your life would be different. And I really want you to go there for a second if you knew step by step exactly what to do in the next 30 days. Seriously, step by step. No fumbling around, no wasting time, no sitting hunched over your computer wasting time. You knew exactly what to do in your business. I want you to picture yourself knowing exactly which techniques work, exactly which strategies get results. I want you to really imagine here for a second knowing the secret techniques you can use to have your first $10,000 month, even your first $20,000 month, and how to create the type of lifestyle really that you deserve once and for all. We're about to literally open a hidden vault of marketing gold that's instantly going to give you more power, more influence, and make you a better marketer, no matter how many times you've failed or struggled in the past. And if you don't have the flexibility, my friend, to attend this live series, guess what? We're going to record everything for you so you can watch it when you do have time by making it available immediately and accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in your back office. Now, get this, to sweeten the pot, because we always like to over-deliver way, way more value than we're actually charging for, I've been, and truthfully, persuaded by our team to do something else very, very special for you. This is something that people literally had to twist my arm and convince me to do because I know the value behind this offer, and there was absolutely no way that I wanted to give this away for free. You know, about 3 months ago, I invited a small group of 200 people down to a secret location in Miami, and I trained them on the one thing that has literally made me the most money in my life by far, right? That's the ability to tell my stories in a compelling way, to get people to listen, to buy in, to believe, and then to obviously take action. My friend, just over 5 years ago, I was sitting in the floor of a bathroom, right? And I can remember just like it was yesterday, trying to soak up heroin that I had spilled on a dirty toilet seat. I was homeless. I was an alcoholic. I was addicted to drugs. I was at rock bottom. I vividly remember being in this bathroom in this lawn. I vividly remember what it was like. My hands were sweaty. My hands are sweaty now just thinking about it and talking about it. And I was shaking. I can remember being nervous, trembling as I loaded the spoon that I was about to get my fix from. And because I was shaking and trembling so much, I spilled everything all over the toilet seat. When I went to go soak it up off this dirty toilet seat, I realized at that very moment, my life was literally as low as it could go. I realized at that moment that I was not even doing remotely even close at all to what I was put on this earth to do. This was not my purpose. So for the first time in a long time, I stood up. And this was the first time that I actually felt something in my heart, in my chest, in my brain. And I had this moment of clarity. I looked in the mirror, and as a tear was literally rolling down my cheek, I kind of started to cry openly because I knew that this was my defining moment. I knew that I could either continue doing what I was doing at that moment and end up in either a graveyard or a prison cell. I could make a decision right then that would change my life. I had no idea what change in my life even looked like. I just knew it didn't look like what I was doing. And I knew that my dad lived about 10 minutes away from this laundromat and that I didn't have a car, obviously. But step by step, I walked to his house, sweating. It was hot outside. I remember the day. And I remember putting my hand up to the door and knocking on my dad's door. And when he finally opened the door, he stared at me almost without recognition. He hadn't seen me in over a year. The drugs and alcohol had literally really taken a toll on the way that I looked. I was probably 130 pounds soaking wet. And as my dad and I stood there looking each other right in the eyes like you and I are doing right now, I said words that I will never forget. I said, "Dad, I need you to help me save my life." And he looked at me and there was a pause. And it was probably one of the longest pauses that I've ever experienced in my life. And even though I know it was just seconds long, it felt like forever. And he finally said, "Son, come on in and sit down on the couch." He let me sit there. He let me sleep there. He let me stay with him, and he let me start to begin to put the pieces of my life back together. And within a couple of years of that defining moment, I had my first month making tens of thousands of dollars on the internet. And 5 years later, I've stayed completely clean and sober, and have even gone on to help other people to get clean too. I've learned to accept who I am and what I've been through and where I've gotten, and be proud of myself for the life that I've built. Instead of hiding from my past, I've embraced it, right? And I've used it as a foundation to build relationships with people who may have never been able to meet me in person, or I may have never met myself. There's a specific structure, my friend, that I use to tell my stories, right? To engage and create relationships and tell my story literally like I did just right then, right? It didn't always come out like that because I didn't understand how to put the pieces together. I had all of these different thoughts and all of these different emotions, and obviously, as you can tell, this is the real deal. But what I've done for you, and over the course of the last couple of years, I've discovered a formula that works, and it works every single time, regardless of who it is, what you're talking about, the situation, or what story it is. I've discovered a formula that I've used to be able to tell my story in a compelling way to get people to take action, right? That's not only helped them, but also, and the secret is, on a personal development side, it helps me too. I've kind of combined and packaged this formula into something that I call storytelling secrets. And what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to include that in this offer, because I know that just learning to tell your story will make such a huge impact, not only financially, but also on your ability to be able to impact, influence, and inspire people all over the world, that this right here is something that I want you to have. This formula is one that anybody can learn. You can take it, you can share your story, your experience, your pains, your struggles, and all of the mistakes that you've made in your life that maybe people used to call your liabilities, right? And turn them into your greatest assets. Turn that into money that you feel good about, because you can take your experience and your struggles and inspire people and give them hope and empower them to go out there and not allow their past to equal their future. Storytelling Secrets is packed full of footage that will literally change the way that you communicate and influence people. And you're only a few minutes away from having the opportunity to gain instant access to this. Seriously, when you agree to the privacy disclaimer below, it will be ready for you in your back office. I've also included a downloadable PDF workbook so you can take literally and see, and I'll walk you through step by step the entire process. This is going to be one of the easiest, yes, most powerful things that you'll ever do, and it will get your business, my friend, growing and you literally making money fast. I was going to charge, and I'm not playing, and this was on the low conservative end, $997 for this. I'm serious, I was already planning the funnel, but I was dead set on it. I'm not kidding, but you won't be paying anywhere near that. Guys, the total value on this package is a realistic, real value, real life value, $2,391. And we're going to give it to you. And we're not even selling it to you. Give it to you for $297. Let me tell you, the information that we'll be sharing is worth far more than what we're asking. And honestly, it's going to save you so much time and so much money and frustration. It literally has the ability to get you up and running in your business and making money quickly. The first 30 days, making money. That's my intention with this particular live coaching series. My friend, this is a one-time opportunity, right here, right now. It's not going to be repeated or accessible again. So what I encourage you to do is click that button right directly below this video and join us and really understand and learn what has made us more money over the last 2 and 3 years than anything in the profession or the industry that I know of. So I encourage you, my friend, to click the button and join us in this Fast Start live coaching and special bonus offer right now and begin preparing to really live the life that you deserve. Don't lose out and kick yourself later when you realize that what we're practically giving away will save you months of frustration and a lot of money. Go ahead, click the button directly below this video, my friend, and I'll see you on.